Mount Rushmore National Memorial sees more than 2 million visitors a year. But few people we spoke with in New York could tell us much about the 60-foot tall sculpture carved into South Dakota's Black Hills. Sculptor Gutzon Borglum was hired to design an attraction to bring visitors to the state, a tribute to 4 famous American presidents. George Washington to represent the nation's birth, Thomas Jefferson for its growth, Teddy Roosevelt for development, and Abraham Lincoln for preservation. In 1927, some 400 workers, mostly miners, began removing large chunks of granite with dynamite and jackhammers before finer detailing. Construction continued for 14 years.
The sculptures of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. Work begins on the head of Abraham Lincoln.
And you give it a nice whack.
Chris Pelletieri is the stone carver based in New York City.
So when you look at Mount Rushmore as someone who does this for a living, what do you see?
I see a sculptor who probably had a tremendous ambition to do big things. It's the salesmanship challenge to say, sure, it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's going to be like people are going to travel from all over the world to see this.
For those commissioning sculptures like the ones here in Pelletieri's studio, part of the appeal is the appearance of permanence, a work of art literally set in stone. But for the Lakota people, indigenous to the land where Mount Rushmore was built, that permanence can feel more like a scar.
This is where we originated. It's like our Garden of Eden. Sitting Bull, Hunkpapa Lakota.
Jeffrey Means is an associate professor of history at the University of Wyoming and a member of the Lakota Nation.
When I see Mount Rushmore, I have a visceral kind of negative reaction to it because it's a symbol. It's a symbol of oppression that continues for Native nations today.
That symbolism is glaring. Borglum had white supremacist leanings and ties to the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, gee.
And the faces he etched are associated with decades of broken treaties and the seizure of land from the Lakota Nation.
I did read something about a KKK sculpture inside the cave.
These presidents did, but putting it in the sacred heart of the Black Hills, you can't simply say, gee, it's been a long time, why don't you get over it?
Though Mount Rushmore's history cannot be erased, for better or worse, in all its complexities, it's become a landmark of American culture that means different things to different people as they gaze upon the colossal facade.
Who would you put on your own personal Mount Rushmore?
Susan B. Anthony.
Okay. Elton John.
Oprah Winfrey.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Elvis.
And then Dave Horgan. I play a little guitar, so what the heck, you know what I mean? This is the first.
Oh, Elton. Scott would put Elton John up there.